known for some incredible wings and one of the league's most passionate fan bases. We're just outside of Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. For some, the final chapter of the season. For others, a final week before the playoffs. And we're off in Week 18. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Right to the air with May. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First down throw for May. That's caught. Here comes Junior Gibbs. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Nakobe Dean. And the Bills have it to 0 points, his 7th interception of the season. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And that really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Here he goes on the bootleg. He's on the move. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bills first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Motioning one of the tight ends. Throwing now on first down, Allen. Finds his man, it's Keon Coleman. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
We give left side, here's Davis. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring up. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down throw for Allen. Flushed out of the pocket. Complete out to the right. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it. Right, look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield and the big play follows.
Hand off here to Davis. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Five wide. What's that?
Allen on 3rd and 2. Vacates quickly left side. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for 1st and goal.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Davis will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Go, Cyclone! Go, up we go!
This time it's a passing play. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. We'll couple together a yard there. Making the stop that time. Taron Johnson. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. May now from the gun. On the move, headed right. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Patriots punt team coming out to the former 6th-rounder Bryce Barringer to do the honors. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Collects this at the 35. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Bills will take over possession. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Regular. Gun. What's that?
It's Allen out of the pistol. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. So we're through 1 quarter of this AFC East contest. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Highmark Stadium. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They start out with a 2nd and 3.
Gun. What's that?
On the handoff, here's Davis. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Tackle made by DeMarcus Lawrence. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Half 10. Good job.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Escapes the pocket. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. Oh, and they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Fourth and 3, drive on the line.
Alert! Half. You go!
They are going for it. Allen taking a big shot for the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills pull that in front further, 13-zip. Christian Watson with the touchdown. Pass on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills double their lead to 14. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Connects on one to Jameson Williams. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Gibbs now from the gun. Crosses midfield, still going. Along the sideline inside the 25. Touchdown, New England! The Patriots making a 1-score game in the first half. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Romo adds the point after. And the Patriots cut the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Hardy on the return. And this the same as a touchback now, up to the 30 before going out. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
What's that?
Davis up the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominating in the trenches. That sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
56. What's that?
On 1st down, Allen. He finds Kincaid. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They've got 1st down from the 31.
Alert! You go!
Running out of the gun with Davis. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Out. Half 10. Look out.
Give to the fullback, diving straight ahead. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Tackle made by DeMarcus Lawrence. Offense in the hurry up here.
What's that?
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Headed out right. Finding Davis. They get this down to the 7-yard line. Give them about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
They go play fake with Jones. Buying some time left. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Davis. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bills take a 13-point lead. Pass on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bills double their lead to 14. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Here's 2nd and 7. Fits it through the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's the 2-minute warning now from Highmark. It's the Patriots who have 1st and 10. Coming right is Gibbs. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Going play action, May. This is complete to Gibbs. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Patriots trying to hustle everyone up to the line. To the air on 1st down, May. Ferguson's got it, complete. And he'll go down here at the 16. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Now they send their back in motion right. He's on the move. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Let's go now.
Operating from the gun. Here's May. Getting out to his left. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the one.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Ready up.
Now it's second and goal from the one.
Trap 60.
Gibbs does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple yards. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they could try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is a chip shot from the left hash. The kick by Roddy's good. And that'll get them back to 11. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Hardy on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Going right side, Davis with it. And they had that one contained right at the line. Aiden Hutchinson, energetic as always after making the stick. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Look out.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. Davis there to grab it. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Forced out to his right. Looking deep down the middle. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And the Patriots take over on his 5th interception of the season. Now, hang on a minute. I'm upset for this quarterback. They just declined that call, Brock.
Boy, if I was the quarterback who threw the incompletion and my coach declined it, I'd be right over there asking for an explanation and maybe his resignation.
And he won't find an escape. They converge and drop it for the safety. Some early down aggressiveness in the shadow of their own end zone there, Brock. And unfortunately, it costs them. They're going to have to punt it away following the safety.
Well, you know me. I don't ever mind aggressiveness. I think it empowers your quarterback, empowers that offensive huddle. But you also got to know, as a quarterback, if you call a pass play, you got to do your job. And doing your job means avoiding a safety in that circumstance.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Hey, hold. Stop. What's that?
Davis gets it from the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Half. What's that?
From the 34. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get...
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Pats will take over. First down, ball at the 36. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here's the pistol snap to May. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover it. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
May not have throw on 3rd. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Patriots will have a first down. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. He was descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Jacoby Dean in on the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. On play action, here's May. He'll get this to Henry. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tackled on the play by Taylor Rapp.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
From the gun, it's May. Escapes the pocket. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Quick throw here, left side. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on 4th down and pick up the first.
Let's go.
Working inside the red zone. Buying some time right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time to secondary, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Within 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
May now on 3rd down. Buys time, rolling right. They'll make a big for it on the ground. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Going jumbo set on his 1st and goal. May now from the gun. Coming deep behind the line. The ball is out. And this is scooped up by the Bills. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Gosh, we have seen these quarterbacks make some incredible plays from here to reach the end zone. That was certainly not vulnerable. Careless with the football, left an opening for those defenders to knock it free and escape without surrendering any points.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
It's out.
Here's a give, fullback, headed up the gut. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.